Hello and welcome to my weekend watch list. This is the show where I give you 5 games to be on the lookout for in your spare time this weekend. I understand not everyone has all the subscription services to some of these games to be able to watch them, and I know that's depending on a variety of factors, but there's still games to be watched this weekend. There's still plenty to be on the lookout for. So without further ado, let's crack into this one, everybody. For this week, there will be plenty of Serie A action this weekend, in case you were wondering. But first, let's just explain how you can watch some of these leagues. In the Bundesliga, of course, you can find it on ESPN Plus in the USA. It'd be on Sky Sports in the UK. BN Sport is for Liga in the USA, and then it's BT Sport for Liga as well. Paramount Plus is your home for Serie A this weekend, and then BT Sport is where you can find Serie A as well this weekend. For La Liga, it's again going to be on ESPN Plus, and I do believe it's an Amazon package of some sort. Very difficult, I think, to acquire in the UK to be able to watch La Liga. But let's bring up some of these matches, everybody. The first one we will be starting with is a Bundesliga rivalry here between Wolfsburg and Eintracht Frankfurt. This is going to be a very interesting one just because if you didn't know, actually, Wolfsburg are top of the league right now with actually a perfect 12 points from 4 games. Mark van Bommel is the new coach of Wolfsburg, and interestingly, he's coming up against the former Wolfsburg manager and Oliver Glasner, against his former side, Oliver Glasner. Last season, he took Wolfsburg to the Champions League qualification, which is actually quite significant considering I feel like Wolfsburg have been out of it for a bit of time since I would even say that Julian Draxler era. So really, though, Eintracht Frankfurt have not started off the campaign strong by any means. I do believe they only have 3 points after 4 games, so they definitely need to improve something here. Wolfsburg as well really have been practically the best team in the Bundesliga, have been very, very defensively solid under Mark van Bommel and have been able to find goals when needed as well. So that game will be taking place on Sunday, and I really do recommend it just because it's a bit of an outside shout. For the Bundesliga. It's kind of one of those ones you wouldn't think would be maybe the best Bundesliga match this weekend or even one of the best top 5 matches this weekend, but certainly is just because of the point separation and maybe what's at stake here. And also when you think about it, if Wolfsburg are going to maybe pull off something spectacular this season, these are the matches where they definitely need to be able to pull off all 3 points. But moving on to the fourth match this weekend that I think might be one of the best to watch is going to be a Liga match between OGC Nice and AS Monaco. OGC Nice are led by Christophe Galtier, the former Lille manager from last season, who's very, very talented and one of the best up-and-coming managers in all of Europe's top 5 leagues. But I would say OGC Nice have had a bit of investment this season. They're definitely going to be tipped to be getting UCL qualification. I think Darius even has them as their second place team for Liga to finish. And so I would say OGC Nice, these are the games where they definitely need to pull off all 3 points. Going on to Monaco, though, Monaco have had a horrible start to the season here. I think they really are still sitting at the bottom of the table in Liga, have not really got any points from any significant games at all. They even dropped out of the Champions League qualification. I believe they lost to Shakhtar in their Champions League qualification. So really not a strong start to Niko Kovac. And I would say Niko Kovac is definitely probably on the hot seat at the moment and could be losing his job very soon if he doesn't improve the form of AS Monaco. But definitely a very interesting rivalry between the Liga sides this weekend and be a very good game to watch, I would say. Moving on to La Liga, which will be Atletico and Athletic Bilbao, excuse me, on Saturday. And that will be at 3:15 UK time. It'd be a bit of an interesting afternoon game on Saturday, maybe before you go head out and enjoy yourself. I would say this is going to be a good one, just simply because Marcelino's a coach or a manager that I tipped maybe to get the sack this weekend has really not started, or he started the campaign very strongly. And I would say as well, Atletico have been scraping by the skin of their teeth every single match and somehow find themselves at top of the league or tied for at the top of the league with 10 points with Valencia and Real Madrid. This will be another strong test for Atletico, I would say, and I would say they might not get away with it as they have in the past so far this season. So if they were able to have a strong performance, this is when they need it, simply because Athletic Bilbao have been a very good team this season. Diego Simeone, he's probably going to be going for a second consecutive title. Definitely the cloak and dagger kind of style of Diego Simeone, but I would say Athletic Bilbao have actually started off quite strong, very defensively solid as well. So Atletico could find themselves being very frustrated by Marcelino's side. And I'm also quite proud of Marcelino simply because, he definitely has been proving me wrong in terms of my suspicions of his capability of leading Athletic Bilbao to any sort of qualification of any kind in La Liga. Moving on to our second La Liga match between Valencia and Real Madrid. Valencia are actually, if you didn't know, are top of the league with Real Madrid and Atletico, not Barcelona. Valencia have actually started off very, very strong. They've been kind of a high-scoring team, very strong defensively as well. Valencia, very, very good, strong fan base, good supporter base as well. Very historic club. So Valencia certainly will be up for this one against Real Madrid. Real Madrid, this is kind of the games where they do have to prove themselves. I do think Valencia will be totally up for this one. And I would say if you're looking for an underdog, if you're kind of a neutral on this one, definitely be rooting for Valencia. They're both tied on 10 points. This is the opportunity for one of them to push ahead here in the league, especially if Atletico were to drop points. So definitely one you have to keep an eye out for. I mean, this weekend is basically for La Liga. It's the time to decide which one is going to be taking the lead in the title race to begin with in the first 5 games of the season. So very, very interesting to see that. Moving on, that we will be looking at our number one match this weekend is going to be Juventus against AC Milan. Juventus have been very, very, very poor this season, really poor. I believe 1 point after 3 games, everybody, 1 point after 3 matches. I mean, disastrous start from Massimiliano Allegri, someone who I do usually really rate as a manager, and he has not started off strong. AC Milan, on the other hand, have actually been doing all right this season. Certainly are probably a bit disappointed after their Champions League matchup with Liverpool. That was a bit disappointing to see them drop points like that. But certainly, Juventus will have to just kickstart this campaign soon, because if they continue to drop points in the way that they are this season, again, they haven't had too difficult of a run. Their first 2 matches were certainly ones that you think they should pick up all 6 points from, but they didn't. They only grabbed 1 point from it. They even lost to Empoli at home. So it really just shows. And then they followed after that with a loss to Napoli. So it really shows that Juventus actually really need to step things up, or Massimiliano Allegri could definitely be on the chopping block, could definitely be on the hot seat. But I do hope that you enjoy all of your weekend matches this upcoming weekend. I do hope that these games maybe turn out to be the way that I've anticipated them to be. But if you are looking for anything else to be watching this weekend, I am going to be coming out my Champions League 11 from the past week. Of course, there's going to be Stats with Jack coming up on Irish Hotspur as well. But everybody, please just stay here, stay interested. Please drop a like if you enjoyed any of these selections, and please subscribe if you're new with that big shiny red button down below. Smash the bell button to never miss another video like this one, and I'll be seeing you.